Christmas time is here. One of the accompaniment patterns we can use to make this have some movement during the long notes of the melody would be this one. It'll go from whatever the chord is, we'll use these solfege. The reason I say that is, of course, if we were doing solfege for the melody, our do would always have to be F because this song is in the key of F. When we go through and go to the end, we find that we end on an F chord. Now this is an unusual song because it ends on an F chord but a G in the melody. Nevertheless, it's basically, we could say, in the key of F or something like that. However, let's get back to these chords. Whenever the chords, whatever the chord symbol says, we're going to treat that letter as do. And we'll go up a fifth to so of that chord, up to the octave, and go do, re, mi, whatever the chord is. So if we were doing an F chord, which we will have, it will start off with an F, C, F, G, A. When you get to the A, you can see that we'll be on a long note there. So we just hold this out as, well, in the first measure, I've done the rhythm for the first measure. We go ahead and have the right hand or the melody hand move. Let me illustrate that, or demonstrate that rather, in slow motion. So here's my F, my nice low F. I'm going to be coming up C, F, G, A. And then the right hand, here we go to E flat. And I knew that I would need these to be flatted because if I were in the key of E flat, I would have all E's, B's, and A's would be flatted. So when I come up here to do, re, mi, it so happens that these two will be, the F and G will be natural. All right, so the second phrase is a repeat. Now we're going to have several measures in a row that have the same rhythm as we had at the beginning. So we could change to block chords. That's a nice way to do it, but we can keep up with the pattern as well. So it goes. Now I'm going to show you a small variation that I like to do on the first and second ending. So here we have the same old do, so. Then we skip do and we go straight up to mi and go mi, re, mi. So we get to the first ending and the second ending. It's an F chord. Let's just write in here what the letters will be. F, C, and then we're going to be going straight up to an A, G, and an A. So here's how that would sound. I'm going to start on Fun for All, D minor chord. Of course, here we've written down, we've put in cues, and it would be wise to have several maybe copies of this that you could write what you're actually doing. You can space the letters out so that they show exactly where they fall with the melody and the lyrics, so that's a good thing to do. But the more you play, the less you'll need to actually write out. And one reason I can quickly come up with the chords is because of learning scales and chords and having to use them for many years. And you'll find that some chords are kind of unusual. Down here, in the second part, you'll have some D flat chords. We don't encounter that a whole lot. So, trusty pencil comes out and puts in the notes that you need, and then you'll have a nice sound there. So I'm going to start right there at sleigh bells in the air. And then you're back to the same patterns as at the beginning. One last thing, if you want to add some richness, say you get to the last part that begins as at the beginning, where it says Christmas time is here again, you can use thirds for your melody notes. So with the harmony, this is how it sounds.